So we're going to come into a modified Viparita Dandasana. So it's a little bit of a back bend, and I'm going to show alternative or a way to work if you feel this is strong in the low back. So you'll have support for your head, and then take your foam brick widthwise under your bolster, which is spine-wise. So it's kind of like a little seesaw that you've created there. Then we'll take the strap and just watch here first. So I'm going to sit, place the strap. Now I want to be able to really press out into that strap. So if my strap slips, I'm going to bind my strap a couple more times so it stays nicely tight. And then I'll scooch forward, lie down until the bottom tips of my shoulder blades. So if you think of the shoulder blades as two triangles, the bottom tips of the shoulder blades come to the front of the bolster. And then from here, I'll open my chest until the tops of the shoulder blades come towards the floor. Release the palms up to the ceiling. If there's any instability in the low back, work with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And you might touch and go, straightening the legs. Otherwise, we'll straighten the legs, push out through the heels, really press into that strap to help you activate the legs. And breathe. So the legs are active here. But you can really close the eyes and draw your awareness into the sensations that emerge, the openings, the movement of the skin, the movement of the breath. As I mentioned before, if this feels questionable in the low back, you can work with the feet flat on the floor, and then you can come in between, like letting the feet come to the floor, really encouraging the low back to spread and release, and then coming back to extending the legs. Sometimes these poses take some time for the body to open into, so you want to touch and go. When the legs are straight, really pressurize those outer thighs into the strap. That'll help compact the outer hips in and really stabilize the pelvis, which is going to stabilize the front body and the back body, so that this is all supported here, supports the low back. Good. And then to come out of this pose, place the feet on the floor. Roll to the side gently. Remove the bolster and remove the brick from under the bolster. And then we'll come into Shavasana. So I'm going to encourage you after that pose to make sure you place that bolster under the thighs horizontally. Your strap can stay at that distance, hip distance. Before you straighten the legs, lift and lengthen the buttocks towards the heel. So you make sure you spread the low back long and broad and then extend the legs long. Take a moment to wrap the biceps up, slide the shoulder blades down the back, and then make any final adjustments you feel called to make. If there's an area where the skin is catching and you know, I need to adjust that in order to fully release, then do that. Take the time to do that. And then let go the front body, breath to breath, towards the support of the earth, the floor, the bolster, the blanket. Shavasana encourages us to release the front body, including all of our organs of perception, as we call them in yoga, those organs which are connected to our senses and which are predominantly working at the front of the body, our eyes, our frontal brain, our ears, our nose. Can you soften those sensory organs towards the floor? So you draw your senses inward. You draw your sense of seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting inside, down, down, down. Softening the skin of the face, the skin of the eyes, the ears, the jaw, the throat. And perceiving your ability to let go, the weight of the skull, the beautiful work you did in the shoulders now, shoulder blades, upper arms, lower arms, wrists to fingers. Visualize like you have two beautiful wings, which now can fully rest. And let go the spine, the muscles along the spine. Let go the skin of the back, broad and loose. Let go the skin at the back of the legs so you can accept the heavy bones of the thighs, heavy. Spread and broaden the skin at the back of the knees so the knees can become light, like air, letting go. Deflate the muscles of the calves as if they were two balloons, letting go, receiving the weight of the shins so that the bones almost become so heavy they become light. So heavy they become light. Softening the skin of the ankles, the feet. And just observing your ability to be that which perceives, to be the awareness, observing the letting go. And in that experience, to feel your lightness surfacing. And just stay in Savasana for as long as you feel called to. Stay with this lightness, this awareness, this ability to observe your capacity to let go the Annamaya kosha, the physical sheath of the body, and to let surface the pranamaya kosha, the energetic sheath, the light sheath.